What's going on, guys? It's Sham MMA, and today I'm going to be talking about some fights I think we need to see after UFC 325. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first guy we're going to talk about is Quillian Salkid, and I think he should fight Moicano. I think it's a pretty good step up in competition for Quillian Salkid, which is going to help him prep up for the top guys at lightweight, especially for the grappling. I think Moicano has some pretty good grappling with some all right striking, and this is a pretty favorable matchup for Quillian Salkid. But it's a decent step up in competition, and it also makes sense because Moicano and Ortega were supposed to have a fight, but Ortega pulled out of that. So Quillian could take this on short notice, even though this is a favorable matchup for him. Or Dana could push it back a bit to give Quillian Salkid a bit more prep time in order to get ready for this fight. But I think this is a perfect fight for him. Good step up in competition, especially taking in the factor that the top of lightweight is kind of just super disorganized and like you don't know what's going on. So I think it's a pretty good fight for him. I would talk about the Tai Tuivasa and Talashin Teixeira fight, but I low-key don't care about that fight because I just don't think Talashin is that new, young, up-and-comer who's going to dominate the division and is a super scary fighter, especially like not after that performance. Like his cardio looked so bad. So we're gonna skip that one. Let's talk about physique, man. This guy was talking about some I'm Raphael, son of Ali, some. I'm gonna use my fists, elbows, knees, and feet, and I'm gonna hit you with them, and it's gonna hurt. And then bro gets knocked out. I honestly thought Fiziev was gonna win this fight, but bro, he looked too hesitant. He did a really good job at backing Rufi against the cage, but he did not let his hands go, which cost him the fight. He did exactly what I said he should not do. He let Rufi take control of the fight. He kept getting jabbed in the head, getting crossed up in the head, and he overall just gave too much time to Rufi to find that killing blow. But anyways, like I think Fiziev should take this fight against Dan Hooker. Um, First off, this would be an absolute banger. It's going to be an insane war. Both guys are crafty vets who are pretty skilled, and most importantly, both of them are coming off pretty embarrassing losses, right? So I think it's a pretty winnable fight for both guys. And I think the fans would love this as a future fight on a numbered UFC event in the future. So it just makes sense. Now, as for the man that slimed out Rafael Fiziev, I think Rufi should fight Mateus Gamrot. Now, this one I'm a little unsure of, but I don't know. I think this is a decent fight. Maybe Rufi can fight somebody like the loser of the Max Holloway and Oliveira fight, but I think Gamrot might be a decent fight. Now, let me explain. Now, this fight is an opportunity for Rufi to really prove his grappling after that really poor performance against BSD. I don't want Rufi to fight a striker, obviously, because any top five guy in lightweight against Rufi would be an instant fight of the night. But most of them are booked, and it's just a weird situation that they're all in. But yeah, right. Max is fighting Charles, and I think the winner of that should fight Armin for a title eliminator. Because we obviously know Gaethje is fighting for the belt next, and we don't know when that is. So, in the meantime, we should have Armin fight the winner of that. And it only really leaves Patty, but I don't think we match Patty against another striker. I don't think we want that, and I also don't think this UFC, right, wants that. They want to build up Patty once again, get him up there in the top guys in that conversation, and it's not gonna happen if we put him against another striker. Let him develop a bit more, and this is what I was talking about Patty. Like they pushed him up way too quickly, did not let him develop. So don't put him against Rufi. That's the worst thing that we can do. Yeah, so this fight just makes sense. It's a classic case of a striker versus grappler, and I think if Rufi really wants to be successful in lightweight, he needs to improve his grappling um, by a lot because there's some dogs, man, in lightweight that would tear him apart on the ground. Now let's talk about BSD. I think BSD should fight Patty. Now, I would want to give BSD a higher ranked fight, maybe like the loser of the BMF bout, maybe even the winner. A lot of people are saying he should fight the winner of the BMF bout, and a lot of people are already considering the winner, Max Holloway, which I'm gonna talk about not in this video, but in the future. But people are counting out Charles. Let me just say that. Yeah, I do think BSD does deserve it, but the lightweight division is is messed up right now. And I think this fight would answer a lot of questions regarding the grappling for both guys. And I don't think this would be a boring grappling fight. It wouldn't. These guys are super entertaining. They got a chin on them. Like, it'd be insane. I think this is probably the most competitive and equally matched grappling fight that we'll see in lightweight. And it's going to be a war. BSD is going to be probably walking down Paddy, but will he be successful in the grappling? That's a question that I want to see. Right? I want to see if it is correct or if it's incorrect. But overall, this is a war. Both guys are going out on their shields. Both guys are going to eat. Both guys are going to eat each other's hardest punches. And yes, it's going to be a fun one. And I think it's really good for Paddy because, as I said, he shouldn't fight a striker. He should fight a grappler. So this just makes sense. So for the loser of the main event, Diego Lopez, we're giving you Steve Garcia, my boy. You got your undeserved title rematch. Now it's time to send you to the dungeon, bro. I think we give him Steve Garcia. If you watch Steve Garcia's fights, you know this guy has top 3 boxing in his division, maybe even top 2. And this guy has so much potential. His boxing is so crisp. And he has potential because he's such a fun fighter to watch. And building a fight between him and the blockhead Diego Lopez, who's going to try walking him down, swinging, that's fireworks. That's probably a fight of the night right there. And I think it's time to get a new face involved in the top of the featherweight division. And if there's one man to do it, I think Steve Garcia is the guy to build up. So I think it's a great fight. And also, I think Diego Lopez really needs to deserve and kind of build his way back up to getting a title shot. So I think getting a lower ranked fighter like this would be a good idea. So yeah, let's make this one. Now let's talk about the main man. The man from Aussie. The man from Australia. Where do I even begin, man? Alexander Volkanovski is more than just a fighter, bro. He's an icon for all short kings out there that anything is possible when you put your mind to it. Alright, enough with the glazing. Chill. I think this is a no-brainer. Make Volkanovski fight the winner of Movsar versus Lerone, but I've seen people say he should fight Lerone Murphy and Lerone should get an instant title shot, but I do agree that he deserves it the most in featherweight, but I think a fight with Movsar would be insane. Like, I would rather see Volk fight Movsar than him fighting Lerone. That's me personally, because we see Volkanovski get another shot at a Dagestani, right? An undefeated, a scary, a hungry, young Dagestani. But it's hard to make a case for him that he's deserving of this because he's been so inactive. So I think the perfect way to settle this is make these 2 guys, the top 2 guys in featherweight, fight it out for a title shot. These guys both have bad blood with each other. There's a lot of rumors going around that this fight is going to get made for UFC London. And I think it's a perfect title limiter. Both guys do not like each other. Both guys are arguing on Twitter who gets a title shot. And on top of that, Volk is getting old. So I think he's going to be taking his time in between his fights to rest and recover and train. So I think that gives enough time for us to see this fight and then give the winner to Volkanovski. But yeah, man, those are the fights I think we need to see. But that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and peace out.